There we
Hey, there
go.
you go. There we go. We in there. We in there.
Yeah, so you hear what I'm telling them, right? To reach out to
Yes,
you to
yes.
get a support. So
Okay,
as the energy pick up, you need to get you a writing tablet where you
okay.
can keep track of who can do what, so you can organize best.
Yeah, it definitely will be coming up soon. I'm getting with our goddess individually first beforehand, so we can do our stuff.
Mhm.
And all I can say is Kupata Buleka. And if you don't know Creole, that means chop off their heads and burn their motherfucking house. Kupata Buleka. That's what Jean Dessalines said as he was getting ready to end the revolution when we won the first time. And so I just encourage you that get this information out, the one that the Bookman did that he closed. I even created one on my TikTok where I merged all three of the videos because we need them to overstand and understand that the first phase has been complete. I have to do my second phase before we can kind of go on and close this. I know everybody tired. Shit, I'm tired. Y'all tired. We all fucking tired. And but once we give them over in IAT to see that, then that will help really expedite and speed some things. I have been in contact with some of our people over in IAT and getting individually. Right now, we're keeping her cloaked with our goddess Oshun, and then when it is time, I will get with some of you all individually so we can do our stuff inland in the states before we go over there. But Kupatabulaka.
Yeah. So what we gonna have you doing is, so while you doing the planning part, the people that offer their assistance, they tell you what their skill set is and what they
Hmm.
willing to do. So then you'll know, well, I need a cook for this part, right?
Yeah,
I need ladies to organize the children for the Oshun song ceremony where they sing songs to honor Oshun.
right.
It's a whole, the Oshun priestesses already know how to do Oshun ritual. It's just
Yeah.
that
And
um
just remembering this isn't our first time we've done it. You know, we've done this many times, many lifetimes, not just this one. We are back on the land for such a time as this. And I just want to say, thank you so much, Chief, because, you've been getting the downloads from Big Mama. You've done a lot of inner work before all of this and calling out, putting the calls out to find a book and recognizing who Toussaint was. Um, you know, took the call, about me being a priestess, finding Ocean, just everything you've done. So it definitely couldn't have been done without you. So thank you, thank you, thank you for every single thing you do, not just with this, but with everything and the masses and awakening. I know we greatly appreciate you. Y'all, please definitely support the big OG, because I know when you have that much on your, you know, on your life, the assignment is so great. But it's not by accident that it's Scorpio season and we're dealing with the Scorpion King. And if you know anything about the Scorpion King, he will take that goddamn tail and it will kill your ass in 2 seconds flat. It's not like a hurricane where you got a week to prepare. He gonna come in like the F5 tornado and gonna wipe your shit out. And so sometimes when you have to do family business, you have to have a gorilla to come in and just tear some shit up. You can't be nice with everything. And so I appreciate you for not only being that, but you're such a teacher and a master teacher that does not want to have the knowledge, and you're not in it for the money, although we should definitely support you financially, support his Patreon and everything else. I know I subscribe to Patreon. I know I send love offerings. I know many of us do. So we just thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm really, really, really gratitude for that, sis. My mama told me a long time ago, it don't seem like you loved and respected, but if you keep doing what you're doing, when the time come, you're gonna know that they appreciate the work you did. So y'all been letting me know. I've been appreciative of it, and I wasn't doing it for a personal gain to begin with. I was doing it because I didn't like the conditions my people was in, and I was
Right.
just trying to figure out a way out. I didn't know I had the blood right to tell these motherfuckers to leave until I got deep in my research, and then I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Holy shit, Taj!
Mm-hmm.
Civics, a
Yeah.
fucking no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
Jurisdiction, assertive
Mm-hmm.
superior jurisdiction. Morpheus, Mysticus, Magus, Emissary of Light, Redeemer of the Righteous, Galactic Council Seat 50, holds firm
Hey.
jurisdiction of the body of the living and the dead.
Mm-hmm.
That means the straw man and the real man.
But look.
Therefore, coming from a superior jurisdiction, all of those is holding my people under
Mm-hmm.
adhesion contracts and fraudulent treaties
Right.
are now on notice that it's time to go.
the stone that the builder refused. Didn't understand you was the chief cornerstone because you wrote the emerald tablets atop, and you hold the feather because you wear in the hearts of man as Anubis. And they never even saw it coming.
Hey, in their face, behind their back.
But I saw it clearly.
So look, this is what we expect on the heels of the Oshun return to Haiti. When Oshun returns, the Sweetwater returns.
Yes.
And what that means is the wealth of nations is restored.
Right.
Right? Now,
Can we break that down for the
play.
people, like a little bit, especially with IAT, because, you know, the news lies so much about IAT. They always say it's the poorest country and this, that, and other. First of all, I know we recognize that IAT has obviously tons of natural resources from gold and many other things. But what a lot of people don't also know about IAT is that a lot of that fucking gold that the lizard queen who been died had came from IAT that was sitting under her home. The other thing that people don't know is that literally sitting in a trust, there is trillions of dollars that will be able to assist us that is sitting in IAT. So it's pivotal not only from a perspective of, you know, the spiritual aspect, but even financial. And you cannot be and IAT in Florida and really Louisiana is all tied in together because, you know, I'm an Arkansas girl, but I'm a Louisiana Creole. All my stuff from not only my past life, but current life come from Louisiana Creole because that's how we kept everything. In Florida is the finish line. And we are all interconnected from the Gullah Geechee Wars, which I'm sure, you know, everyone knows. So we're all in this. It's way bigger than what people know. Like it's called a war conjure for a reason. It affects everybody.
Excuse me. When the war conjure
how can I help you? How can the regular people help us? Yeah, definitely meditate. You know, absolutely. Yeah, meditation. You know, I'll say this because, you know, by nature, also I'm an astrologer and a whole bunch of other stuff. These eclipses are very, very pivotal. You know, we just had one this week. We got another one coming November 7th. And I always say that these eclipses are kind of the runway to opening the portals and gateways. So these eclipses, getting in nature, you know, if you are into the Orishas or if you have your own individual ancestors, you know, summoning and petitioning to ancestors, not only for just us, but for the individuals who are fighting as the resistance in IAT, they need it even more so than us. Like, I really want you to send that energy. If you have family members in IAT, any water, food, clothes, finances, like, you know, where we don't have to wait for the national aid, anything we can do now to help our brothers and sisters there. Because they desperately need it. If you ever have any family from there, you understand what they're going through. It's heartbreaking and they shouldn't be. So that's what you can do more than anything.
Yeah. So once they do their Oshun parade celebration, it's gonna look like a Mardi Gras celebration, but it's gonna be gold and white shit everywhere. That's our cue on the mainland. That one, they called the Sweetwater's home, so that means that you definitely have to do that ritual immediately at that point.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And two, that water coming back. Boy, that water coming back.
Mm-hmm.
The Mississippi drying up, but that water coming back. Yeah. That water, I'm telling you, I can't say it enough. That water coming
Trust me,
back.
you know I know about Oshun, and she doing what she's supposed to when she drying that bitch out. Cause she like, you ain't finna get no barges, no nothing until you yeah, because nature is part of the weapon. So we do need a release, but she's uncovering stuff too. So I know exactly what she's doing, and I ain't really mad at her because you got Oya and Shango in the sky, you got Yemiya Olokun in the ocean, and you got Oshun. So everybody out, and they're not playing, and it's
so
I don't know.
She holding back the Sweetwater.
And I will say this, Oshun is, but I tell you what, I know for a fact Oya, because on Tuesday night at 333, which is a 9 knock. And if anybody know about Oya, her number is 9. My whole house shook and the wind shook and I felt it. And I saw her visibly, and I'm not even a parishioner of Oya. And I heard audibly her say, the winds of change have come. And then I saw her face, and I don't even see Oya. And it woke me up out of my sleep at 333 straight up. And I saw it at 9, and it was so loud. And my next door neighbor, because I'm in a complex, got up and she said, like it was not natural. So I know that this is not. And anybody know, wherever Oya is, Shango there. They travel together. So, and I know Oshun is doing what she do, because whatever Oshun do, Yemiyada and Yemiya ain't know where that Olokun ain't there. And if anybody know about Olokun, they had to chain him down. So this ain't what they want. So that's how I'm gonna just stop right there. They better not go up in Haiti, because this ain't gonna go like it went in 93 or 94 or 2004 or no other day. I'm gonna tell you that.
It's
It's
another
not.
animal right here.
It's not.
This is what the
It's
people
not.
not understanding. This is a whole different
This
animal.
is not. Because
This
we
is
too many of us have awakened. Too many of us got altars, and we too many of us is dropping our packages in the ocean. Too many of our ancestors have purposely ascended, and this is not what they want. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep. So they sent me here to put the pieces back together.
Yep.
Leave no stone unturned.
And we here, Chief. That's all I say. I would say, Chief, but I'm here. And so I'm doing what you tell me.
I
We
know
on
you
deck
came in
and we
right on
ready.
time. Look, when I found the Oshun priestess, when I found her, I was going over the paperwork, and I was like, damn, it's another priestess involved in this shit.
Cecilia Fatima. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how the fuck am I? Because when at first I thought all we needed was the Oshun priestess to
Mm-hmm.
close it out. Everybody that was part of opening it up is responsible to close it.
Yeah.
Barbecue been sending us the knocks, right, ever since the prime minister got killed, to close it on this end so he can call for it to close on that end. But we didn't recognize who he
Yeah, I
was
didn't either. Yeah,
because
I didn't.
I didn't know that we needed John
Don
Dessalines.
Gassalinis. Yeah, I didn't know.
Really?
I didn't realize who he was till this week. I mean, I knew who the bookman was. I knew who Toussaint was. I knew who I was. I didn't know who
One
he
of the
was.
elder mothers told me who Divine Insight was.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me, now that you know who he is, you have to find the bookman.
Mm-hmm.
I had already found the bookman, but I couldn't see him because you had him cloaked.
Yeah, I tend to do that.
Right. But the reason you had him cloaked is because you have to be the one to identify him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Once you identify him, I'm like, holy shit, because he sent me my motherfucking shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I go and I give him what he needs and I communicate with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he do his part to close it out. Next thing you know, I'm in Florida.
Yep. And what's interesting is, like, I'm there monthly, and then I'm moving there like in a few months, and so that's why I said Florida is the finish line. And obviously I'm heavily connected to Haiti, so we all are there. Like, it's just, And then me and you, when we connected, we both got family ties from Chicago. Matter of fact, I got to see you some pictures because I got some. I'm like, this could be some of our people. So it was, we all descended for such a time as this.
Excuse me. It's a little
Are
crampy.
you good, Chief? You went in too deep with it, Chief. You went in. You pumped it in a little bit too deep.
Hey, look. This how you know when you walk in Sarat Mustaqim. I went to Florida. I was the most unprepared I ever been for a trip. When I got ready to leave, I couldn't find none of my clothes. I couldn't find my suit. Nothing. And you know what I said? Fuck it.
What?
Fuck it. Whatever it is, Big Mama gonna work it out. I got all the way down there and found the suit.
Wow.
I found the suit the morning of the wedding.
Wow. That's what I always say. You'll figure it out. That's they saying. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, you smart. You'll figure it out. I didn't figure
it out.
this one out. I just followed the energy. I was like a raft in the river, just floating on downstream. And everything worked out. And I had a blast visiting my family and my extended family.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward. That's why we got to get we need them to get this call out to Haiti, because when we all get together, it's time for a family reunion.
Yes.
It's time for a family reunion, because we got to get back to the family reunion.
I can't wait till all the news stations is reporting the National Mardi Gras across the land.
Yeah. And, I'm a Mardi Gras girl. I'm a Louisiana, bred girl from my family bloodline on my mom's
I
side.
tell everybody, if y'all want to know how we nut the fuck up, Go tell them niggas in New Orleans they can't have Mardi Gras and see what they do to
Oh,
your
that
ass.
another thing I love about which you could tell that it's our ancient culture still in Louisiana is if you notice whether it's after a wedding or after what they call a funeral, because we know that death isn't real. It's always you can be sad, but we have what we call the second line, and that's the way that I'm looking forward to this is the second line because we're gonna celebrate and turn up. Because even if in what they call death, where everybody else is sad and folks crying, we'll have a celebration, the dance
Hey,
and
look,
party.
watch the culture. They
Hmm.
say we not connected and
We
we
are.
all different people,
Hmm.
right? In New Orleans, you're not taking Mardi Gras. It's not gonna happen.
It never.
It's not gonna happen. You will get fucked up. They tried to do
Hmm.
it. They tried to
They
do
will
it.
tear the city like they will tear you. You're
They
not ever
yeah,
taking it ever.
they have to have Mardi Gras. It's a spiritual release
It's
mechanism.
very spiritual. Yeah, it's very
It's a
spiritual.
spiritual
Hmm.
release mechanism in order to
Hmm.
keep the spiritual energy pure.
And it's done in that certain time period. And they see, again, I'm an astrologer. It's done at a certain time period for a reason. So that's why you're not going. Not only are you not going to take it, because if you noticed it, when they've not only tried to take it but switched them dates around, folks went crazy too because
Okay,
it's
now
done in specific dates.
I'm gonna give you the same ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna change the name. And if you try to
Mm-hmm.
take the ceremony from the people I'm gonna mention, you're gonna have the same reaction as trying
Mm-hmm.
to take Mardi Gras from New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Take Cinco de Mayo from Mexico.
Not happening.
Or most of those Latin countries going
Mm-hmm.
south of Mexico still practice Cinco de Mayo,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Dia de Muerte is what they call it, the Day
Yep.
of the Dead.
Dead. Yep. Yep.
But it's
And
Mardi
even matter of
Gras.
fact, we have coming up because, and I gotta just interject this. They have their Halloween, which these people they steal everything and try to make it wicked. But October 30th is All Hallows Eve. They took October 31st, and then November 1st is what we called our All Ancestors Day. And so, which is similar to what you're saying, the Day of the Dead. So even here in our, probably, I don't know if it was our hoodoo, because this month is Hoodoo Heritage Month. So we've always did it. And if you know about how they do Halloween, that's why they say trick or treat, because they don't want to see their ancestors. They scared of theirs because they did so much dirt, they got so much demonic. We have our altars, and that's why they say ghosts and goblins and ghouls, because they knew how we had our ancestors' day. We had our All Hallows Eve, we had our candles, and we were, well, not necessarily worship, but we honored our various deities and things like that. And so they're gonna pick a day right in the middle of our holy 2 days, the 2 different days that we had our 3-day ceremonies,
Well,
especially the kids that do
Halloween
them.
was ours, like a rest Mother Earth for the winter ceremony,
Mm-hmm.
right? Halloween is another version of Cinco de Mayo. It's just in a different part of the year,
Mm-hmm.
right? The putting her to rest, the funeral is in the fall
Yes.
after the harvest,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is why they put Halloween October 31st. Right.
Mm.
Then you have All Ancestors Day
Mm-hmm.
on
Mm-hmm.
November
Right.
2nd or 3rd.
Yes.
And then you have All Saints Day on November the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And here go the irony about this solar eclipse just coming. Oh, one more thing before I get back to the eclipse. Talking about Mardi Gras under a
Mm-hmm.
different name. Go to Brazil and tell them they can no longer have Los Carnaval.
Mm.
If you see it, it's just a magnified Mardi Gras. It's bigger than Mardi Gras because there's more people involved.
Mm.
The whole country damn near is involved. But it's called Los Carnaval, which in English is the carnival, but it's a big ass parade.
Mm.
It's just like Mardi Gras.
Wow.
The culture is expressed across the land,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? But we
Mm-hmm.
we don't remember the
Mm-hmm.
culture because they use it and weaponize it against us.
Right. Right. Mm.
Right. So when you see the culture, when you go look at these things for yourself, and then you
Mm-hmm.
see, hold up, these motherfuckers ain't never been able to really stop us from doing us. It's just
Mm.
that they was able to corral us in and make us do us on their terms.
Right.
We changing the terms back to us.
Right. That,
Like
that.
the final harvest festival was the end of November.
Okay.
Right. That's what Thanksgiving was. It
Mm-hmm.
was the harvest festival.
Okay.
of the indigenous people. If you read the Thanksgiving tale they tell us, they
Mm-hmm.
said that the natives brought the visitors food,
Mm-hmm.
and the centerpiece was the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Big Mama used to cook the chief a turkey.
Yeah.
That's why it's traditional for the man to cut the turkey.
Cut it first. Mm-hmm.
It's like his birthday cake
Mm.
from Big Mama. The turkey became the mockery of the chiefs because we didn't remember what
Mm.
it was, right? So they used it
Okay.
to mock the chiefs.
Oh, wow.
But the turkey is the American peacock.
Mm.
There used to be a bird that was natural habitat, was all the way through Mexico into South America. It was
Mm-hmm.
huge. It looked
Mm.
like a giant peacock.
Mm-hmm.
And it used to fly in the sky. When the
Mm-hmm.
sun hit it, the feathers used to give off this certain glistening color.
Mm-hmm.
And it made it look like he was a flying crystal of sorts. And
Wow.
these was the ones that they used to make the costume for the Great Thunderbird ceremonies.
Oh,
But what
wow.
we know today is stomp clubs. Everybody had a piece to perform in the
Mm-hmm.
great ceremony of the Thunderbird.
Mm.
And it was up to each clan to come up with their own dance so that when they wear their feathers from the colored Thunderbird they represent, or that part of the Thunderbird they represent, they moves look unique.
Mm. Wow.
And the ones who stomp, those are what you call earth stompers.
That made me think about that movie. Remember, I don't know if it was called
Stomp the yard.
well, not just Stump the Yard, but it was they did it about the it was the Crumpin people from out of Cali. And it was they did a documentary on it.
Oh yeah,
But it was different groups, yeah, like with that the clowns and the Crump groups, but they were that's what's making me think because it was and it was showing of our different roots and
okay.
stuff. But that makes
So
me think about that.
the ground stompers
Mm-hmm.
is one part of the rain dance. In
Okay.
order to perform the whole rain dance, you
Mm-hmm.
need members of different tribes
Mm.
performing the dance around the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have Crips and Sea walking, that's crooked
Mm-hmm.
walking. They
Mm-hmm.
controlling the lightning,
Yeah.
right? The Bloods is bee walking, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's blood walking. That's
Mm-hmm.
blood on the earth. So they controlling
Mm-hmm.
the thunder, right? In Detroit, they jitting,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? In Detroit, jitting is controlling the sleep.
Ooh.
So I can go all over the country and tell you what, but we was just storing up the
Mm.
energy because we ain't used it yet.
Mm.
That's because
That's
we
why
have
it's
it
free
all.
to choose, free to
Right,
choose,
and
free
that's
to
why once
land,
we do the
free to
dance
choose, free to
together,
land.
yeah. So
Hmm.
once we start doing these dances at the same
Yeah,
time across the land, we
yeah,
doing the whole storm ritual.
yeah,
Bring all of this shit full circle.
yeah. Free the Chiefs, free all of them, free Larry Hoover, free the Chiefs, free the land.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
it's
but
gonna happen. I feel like I wonder if it's gonna happen on your birthday. It'll be beautiful because I think the revolution gonna start on 11/10.
well, the OG said they telling all of the inmates across the country on that day,
Mm-hmm.
no movement, tell them to all come talk to me.
Yeah,
They
I
want to
know.
know
So I've
what
been
the
keeping up.
demands
I'm
is.
waiting.
I don't know how it's gonna work out because I don't know how unified the inmates are. But that's the wind talker message.
If
Grassroots.
they getting the outside time and they getting up under this gamma radiation sun that we got hitting our ass, because I'm telling you, this sun
Oh,
is not
it's
the
coming.
regular sun. Yeah, they getting some downloads, some uploads.
Yeah. So we got about 20 seconds before they cut this video.
All right, Chief.
And